They thought Earth was weak. Then the sky filled with human warships. Commander Zextal of the Hegemony 4th Fleet watched the primitive blue world rotate lazily beneath his flagship's viewing ports. Intelligence reports had been clear. Earth harbored a species barely past their nuclear age, confined to a single planet with rudimentary space technology. Their largest vessels were laughably small research stations and cargo haulers. The conquest would be swift, the resistance negligible. "Begin the descent," Zextal commanded, his 4 arms gesturing dismissively at the tactical display. "Deploy ground forces to major population centers. Standard subjugation protocols." The Hegemony had conquered 47 worlds using the same methodical approach. Orbital bombardment of military installations, followed by ground forces to secure strategic locations. Most species surrendered within hours once they understood the futility of resistance. Humans, according to the xenobiological profiles, were particularly fragile. Soft skin, single hearts, limited physical capabilities. They would break even faster than the Kavari had. The first wave of Hegemony dropships pierced Earth's atmosphere, their energy shields glowing against atmospheric friction. Zextal allowed himself a moment of satisfaction as he watched the tactical display update, with green markers indicating successful landings across the continents. New York, London, Tokyo, Moscow, all major centers would be under Hegemony control within the standard day cycle. Then the reports began flooding in. "Commander," his communications officer's voice carried an unusual tension. "Ground forces report. Unexpected resistance." Zextal's primary eyes narrowed. "Define unexpected." "The humans are not surrendering, sir. They're fighting back." Aggressively, the tactical display shifted, showing red markers where green had been moments before. Zextal watched in growing bewilderment as entire dropship squadrons went dark. The humans were using crude kinetic weapons, bullets, and explosives, yet somehow inflicting significant casualties on his technologically superior forces. "How are they destroying our armor with primitive projectiles?" Zextal demanded. His tactical officer's mandibles clicked nervously. "They're creative, sir. Using improvised explosives, coordinated ambushes, turning their own infrastructure into weapons. They're fighting from sewers, rooftops, underground tunnels we didn't know existed. They seem to prefer dying to surrendering." Zextal studied the reports with mounting concern. The humans weren't just resisting, they were adapting. Each engagement showed them learning from the previous one, modifying their tactics, exploiting weaknesses in Hegemony equipment that no other species had even noticed. "Sir," the communications officer interrupted again. "We're receiving transmissions from multiple human governments. They're not requesting mercy." "What are they saying?" The officer's translation unit struggled with the unfamiliar concept. "They appear to be declaring war, sir, on all of us, not just our occupation, force, our entire civilization." Zextal felt his secondary heart skip a beat. No species had ever declared war on the Hegemony itself. They conquered worlds, not the other way around. Preposterous. What could a single primitive planet possibly? His words died as every proximity. Alarm on the bridge began shrieking simultaneously. The main display shifted to show local space around Earth. Where there had been empty void moments before, the darkness now glittered with countless points of light. Ships, hundreds of them. Thousands. Where did they come from? Zextal whispered. His sensor operator's voice shook. "They were hiding, sir. Behind their moon, in the asteroid field, even inside their gas giant's ring system. They've been waiting." The human fleet was unlike anything in Hegemony tactical databases. Their ships were angular, brutal-looking, constructs bristling with weapon arrays. No elegant curves or artistic flourishes, just pure, functional violence made manifest. "Analysis?" Zextal croaked. "Unknown technology, sir. Energy signatures are strange. Their largest vessels are comparable to our dreadnoughts in mass, but the power readings..." The sensor operator paused. "Sir, I think they've weaponized their star's fusion process." The human fleet moved with disturbing coordination, like a predator pack surrounding wounded prey. Zextal's own ships, designed for orbital bombardment and intimidation, suddenly seemed pitifully inadequate. A transmission crackled through the bridge's communication system. The voice was human, male, rough, speaking in heavily accented Standard Galactic. "Hegemony vessels, this is Admiral Chen of the United Earth Defense Force. You came to our home uninvited. You attacked our people. You made a mistake." Zextal found his voice. "You cannot hope to match our technological superiority. Surrender and your species will be spared." The human's laugh was like grinding metal. "Technological superiority? You mean the same technology you've used to bully 47 civilizations? The same predictable tactics you've used for centuries?" The human fleet began to move, and Zextal watched in horror as his tactical displays revealed the truth. They weren't just facing Earth's defenders, they were facing the combined remnants of every world the hegemony had ever conquered. Human ships bore the markings of the Kavari resistance, the Threx Liberation Front, the survivors of the Nexus Uprising. Somehow, impossibly, the humans had found them all. "You see," Admiral Chen continued, "you made one critical error. You assumed that being confined to one planet made us weak. But we weren't confined. We were concentrated. Every human, every resource, every moment of our history focused on one thing: survival. And when we finally reached the stars and found what you'd done to our neighbors, the first human weapons discharged, and Zextal's universe turned to fire." The battle was swift and decisive. Human ships fought with a ferocity that defied tactical analysis, sacrificing themselves without hesitation to destroy hegemony vessels. Their weapon systems combined technologies from dozens of conquered worlds, improved and refined by human engineering. As his flagship's hull breached and atmosphere vented into space, Zextal finally understood the truth the hegemony had missed. In all their intelligence reports, humans weren't weak because they were confined to one world. They were dangerous because they had made that one world strong. The galaxy would never be the same.